my name is Caitlin Rule, and this is Module 1 for EDL 856. So here is a little bit about me. You can obviously tell I've got my Bitmoji classroom going. We are currently in a hybrid mode, so that means we are teaching half at school and half at home. So we will be looking a little bit different this year, but I'm kind of ready for the challenge. I am currently a second grade teacher at Auburn Elementary, which is a part of the Auburn-Washburn district. This is my 6th year teaching, and I also currently live in Overbrook, Kansas with my husband Chandler, my daughter Charlie, and my dog Bo. I, just like my Bitmoji, like to relax and read with a cup of coffee or watch The Office. That is something I have done a million times and I can continue to do. Throughout college, I played softball at Fort Hays, and now I am continuing my master's. So we will see what happens next. I'm going to be talking a little bit about communication and introductions throughout this video. So what forms of communication do you use? I use digital typically. So after the meet your teacher night and the different conferences, I usually contact all parents through email, Class Dojo. Now this year we're also using Zoom or Google Meet. It really depends on the parent preference. I'm open to anything, so I like to see what works best for them first, and then I go off of that. Number 2 would be oral, so phone calls. I also put Zoom and Google Meet through there, and then of course conferences when it is able to happen. So this year I think it will be a lot of Zoom and Google Meet. We'll see kind of how the year goes. And then lastly, I have written. So usually I would have planners and students would take those home, bring them back, and every night every day I would sign them or leave a note for a parent, and a parent would sign it when they get home to let me know that they saw it. So that's usually how I would communicate the easiest with parents every day. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use planners this year. And then usually I would have monthly newsletters, so I think those will be mostly digital this year, but in the past years I've done written forms of that. So all these tools are provided. I do wish that we could have more face-to-face time this year. Usually we do, but it's just looking a little different this year. So the information from the articles, after reading those, I noticed that I do introduce myself just, hello, I'm Mrs. Rule, your second grade teacher, and how that can kind of ruin things, and I need to make it more interesting, maybe tell why or add a story with it, really help the person that I'm introducing myself to understand me a little bit better. So I have a couple examples, like if I was talking to students, I have, welcome to second grade, I'm Mrs. Rule, and this is going to be such an amazing year, learning so many new things. If I'm just talking to someone who maybe isn't a student, I could say I'm Caitlin Rule. Making a difference and being a positive influence in children's lives has been a passion of mine, which has led me to be a teacher. So those are a couple different ways that I've changed how I could introduce myself. Our district doesn't have really strategic policies for communicating, but I do know that it is very important to communicate appropriately and make sure you're consistently being in communication with parents throughout the year. This can help prevent future problems and maybe just make sure everyone understands everything that's going on. Our school does have us keep a communication log with parents, and this helps us know just how many times we've communicated with certain parents, and maybe if we need to communicate a little bit more with other parents. So this module went from standard 5.3, and the assignment demonstrated correlation to the standard by helping me understand the importance of communication with my community through different forms. It is relevant to my current learning, especially during this time of remote learning when communication is crucial. It's also improved my understanding of how to introduce myself in different ways and in unforgettable ways. And this assignment has influenced how I will introduce myself as a school leader in the future. I will help others to be able to get to know me more than just my title and what I do. And that is all I have. Thank you.